Kunekune is Maori, meaning fat and round. So Rudolph is Tundi's one of her favorite toys. We're coming to feed the pigs now, and she's brought Rudolph along. She's carried Rudolph up to the pigs. Tandy, if you give the pigs Rudolph, they're going to eat Rudolph. So you might be noticing that pigs sound a lot noisier than usual at feeding time. And that is because I have, oh, here's Rudolph over here now. And that is because I now have more pigs. So these are all adults, and they are my new additions. Hey, Chris. So we are keeping the two groups of pigs separate for the first week so that the new ones can adjust, and these ones can adjust to not being the only pigs, and get to know each other through the fence. So as you can see, the Kunekune pig herd has increased quite a bit. So we've gone from just this crew to this lot. We've joined the crew. These pigs all have distinct personalities. The Oreo can sometimes try and assert his dominance, like by trying to eat your shoes. Tim Tam loves fruit and vegetables and will always try and go around eating those. Bela, she prefers grain. Albert Icebine, he's much faster on his feet than the other pigs, and if you're not careful, he will eat and run around and eat everything, and literally snatch it out from under the nose of the others. So Coco Pop is the adventurous one, and if there's a weakness in the fence, Coco Pop will find it, and sometimes she'll take the others with her, other times she won't. So you got to make sure it's nice and strong over here for Coco Pop. Oreo's a little bit of a bully when he eats. As you see, he's just knocked Malapuff out of the way. But he tries to do that to Albert Icebine, but Albert is a bit too fast. And since we've got the other pigs Oreo is spending a lot of his time at the fence, checking out the new girls. And some of the new girls seem to be quite keen on Oreo. So as soon as we have finished with fencing in this paddock over here, the plan is then to split both groups. That Oreo is going to have, we'll have Tim Tam, Mallow Puff, and Albert Eisbein will go with, and then the 3 younger girls that I'll show you over there, they're 2 years old. They are apple pie, cinnamon bun, and cheesecake. And they will join Oreo and Albert Eisbein in the big field over here that we're going to finish the fencing in. And you can see the half-built house over there that we have to finish. And then Coco Pop is going to go with Chris, who is a 5-year-old boar. He was a show champion back in the UK, and Maggie and Candy. So Chris, Maggie and Candy were all imported from the UK 3 years ago when they were 2 years old. And Maggie is Mallow Puff and Tim Tam's mother, and Chris is Mallow Puff and Tim Tam's grandfather, and Candy is their grandmother. Coco Pop and Oreo are from a French Kunekune breeding stock. So it'll be good to mix them in with my British stock. Albert Eisbein is not going to be doing anything because he has been castrated. He's what you call a burro, I think. And along with the girls that I mentioned on the other side and Chris, there is a castrated male Kunekune who is Chris's friend when Chris is separated from the girls. And I've decided to call him George Cooney because he's a Kunekune pig. Excuse the background noise that you can hear, but when I come to feed the pigs, and as soon as I open the shed, they'll be quiet, not interested in anything, but as soon as they hear the shed door open, that's them all ready to be fed. Another night of much needed rain. And all misty this morning. Yes, Maggie. So today I want to try and move the 3 2-year-old girls from here into with Oreo's lot, and I want to move Coco Pop with this group. And the original group all ready for food. Piggy, piggy, piggy. So this is Cheesecake over here, and there's Chris and Cinnamon Bun, and that one over there is Apple Pie. So apple pie and cheesecake look very similar, but the way you tell the difference is that cheesecake has like that little bit of black on her leg over there. And this over here is Maggie, and she's one that was imported from the UK. And there's George Cooney, the castrated boar. And this one also you'll see with the tag in, that's Candy. She was also imported from the UK. So Candy is Tim Tam and Mellow Pup's grandmother. And Maggie, who is over there, is their mother. So Maggie over there. And Cinnamon Bun, Cheesecake, and Apple Pie are all Candy's children. Tandy, come here. Come here.
Oh, this isn't right. And put it's like, well, actually.
Are you going to be a good girl today, Tandy? So I have set up this fence so that hopefully we can. It's not going to be that easy, but we have to sort of try and get the right girls out of there to put into this pen up here. I think one of them is in season. Oreo seems to be very interested. So this is going to be the experiment. Are we going to be able to move certain ones out? 2 weeks in this pen, and they have cut the grass down, got rid of all the weeds. So they do an amazing job clearing the land without actually, the only one that does any rooting over here though is Albert. Mind you, Coco Pop has had her nose in some soil.
Come, get.
Come on, come. Come.
Come on. Get, come on. Hey.
Right, come on. Oh, this one is closed. Wait.
Get, come on. Hey. Now.
Right, and this lot, I wonder if I should just throw them some grain. There. No, oh, Coco Pop, not yet. Look. Alright, Oreo is very excited to have 2 more females in here. First of all, he was chasing cinnamon bun around. Now he's chasing apple pie. We haven't been able to get Cheesecake out. She's too smart. But Cocoa Pop is now with the others. She walked across very easily. Candy's trying to assert some dominance. Chris is now coming to have a look. But yeah, so Cocoa Pop is in with the others. They'll get used. They've been getting used to each other through the fence, so they'll just carry on. But yeah, Oreo is very interested in the females, and Cheesecake over here, we'll try and move her again later. At the moment, she knows if she goes out of that gate, she's going to go somewhere else. What do you think, Tim Tam? So Tim Tam is half the size of Cinnamon Bun, and she's the one being aggressive to Cinnamon Bun. Look at her chasing her around. Right, pigs were separated today. It's just Cheesecake we couldn't get out of that pen. She was determined to stay there. So we're going to sweeten them up now with a little bit of melon so they can get over the trauma of moving away from their friends to new friends. So while the pigs are all eating happily, let me speak to you a little bit about the Kunekune pigs. So before I even bought the property, I had decided I wanted to breed Kunekune pigs. So when I was looking for properties, I was looking for a property where I would be able to breed Kunekune pigs. And for those of you who've been following my channel for a while, you will know that I started off the end of June with just Cocoa Pop and Oreo as piglets. And I bought them from a breeder in Viseu. There were only 2 breeders of Kunekune pigs in basically the Iberian Peninsula at that time. It was a guy in Viseu and a lady in the Algarve. And so I bought Cocoa Pop and Oreo. They have the same father, but they've got different mothers. So although they can be bred to each other, it would be best to get a different bloodline. And Cocoa Pop and Oreo are from French Kunekune bloodline. Kunekune pigs originally come from New Zealand, and they were nearly extinct at one point. So I then bought Tim Tam and Mallow Puff from the breeder in the Algarve, and they are direct descendants or whatever from the British Kunekune pigs. The breeder had brought over 3 Kunekune pigs from the UK, Chris, Maggie and Candy. And Tim Tam and Mallow Puff, their mother is Maggie. Their father was the son of Chris and Candy. So they are from registered British Kunekune pigs. So it's a different line to the French line. And I started looking in December to maybe get another boar. Because if you're wanting to breed, you're wanting to get a boar that's a completely different bloodline to the boar that you've got. And when I reached out to the breeder in the Algarve area, she had been hit by a devastating personal tragedy. I won't go into detail, but breeding Kunekune pigs had been a shared dream, and that dream got shattered with this tragedy. So she contacted me back and asked if I would like to buy her 3 imported Kunekune pigs at a really unbelievable price. So I said I'd definitely be interested, and at the same time thinking, okay, that's my plumbing I was going to do. I will put the plumbing on hold to get these pigs. And then a couple of weeks ago, she said she's got these 3 2-year-olds as well. She will throw them in, and yeah. And then I ended up getting George Cooney as well, the castrated male who goes with Chris's friend. So that's the story behind why I got these pigs now. I was hoping that I would get them later on, after I'd done my plumbing, after I'd had other things done, but circumstances meant that if I wanted these pigs, I needed to get them now. And basically that's what I did. I had the farm registered, I got the pig license, and I've now got 12 Kunekune pigs. But I now have a really strong breeding herd, so that I will be able to sell really good quality Kunekune piglets. That is the aim. Some people have asked why I haven't got chickens yet, and the reason why I haven't got chickens is because I'm still busy setting up everything for my Kunekune breeding farm. Once that's done, I can move on to chickens or goats or another animal. I've got to first get all my paddocks and everything set up for the Kunekunes. So that's it in a nutshell. What's it, my livestock guardian dog? Have you been digging around or swimming or something? Because your face is covered in mud. What have you been doing? Tandy girl? Hey, Tandy. What have you been doing? Yes. Yeah. It's okay, I can just throw them out here.
So I actually grab me chains right rather than
Yeah, these ones all seem to be treated with that tar stuff.
Yeah.
You checking out the work, Tandy? You look like a wolf, Tandy.
Coming down here, I've got that much now before I actually start hitting the fence.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
So I'm the human tensioner. So Julian has come up with a good way to get it through the pipe. You just tie it onto that little sockety thing.
And then you take this, drop it in the pipe.
And it's up, it's coming. There we go. Genius.
Pull it through.
Yep. Let me go around the other side. It's dry, so they just sleep inside. So I feed Coco Pop separately because we've just moved her into this pen, and the others, especially Candy, are not letting her get to the food. So I just feed hers around the corner, and they leave her be there. But I'm looking at her this morning. It does look like she's starting to bag up. Julian and I worked out if she was mated in December, then her due date would be around about the 14th of March. So yeah, we might have to move the other pig so that she's got this area to herself. Good morning, pigs. Good morning, pigs. Are you ready for your food? Are you ready for some food? Let's throw some there. Let's throw some there. Right, these ones seem to be more or less friends now. Apple Pie is still a little bit nervous of the others. Of course, Albert Icebine chases everybody away because he tries to get the most. But then Oreo chases Albert away, which is good. But there's still grass for them to eat. Yeah, cinnamon bun is definitely more, is braver than... Throw something over here for you, that you get something at least. The water mine has got quite a bit of more water in since last night's rains. What are you doing rolling around in the sand? Oh my goodness. Nearly fell in. That was so close. Maybe don't roll around near the edge. Willow is starting to get leaves. So this part of the other pen is basically finished now. We're going to probably move that house that we started building to next to this rock. Next to this big rock that it can act as part of the wall. So this whole area here will be fenced in. So that's a lot of grazing for them. Julian's made a gate that will go from this pen, this part of the pen, into this one. So we've got to just, it's got partially fenced already. We've just got to do the rest of the fencing. We're probably going to need about 40 more fence posts for this one. What are you finding in the bush? You're doing your hunting thing. Hunting or eating leaves? I'm not too sure what you're doing. Look how beautiful these flowers are. It's been raining all night, thank goodness, and Coco Pop wasn't wet this morning, so it means that they did let her sleep inside the pig house, which is what I was a little bit worried about. But yeah, I think I'm starting to really think she's pregnant, because it does look like those teats are starting to bag up, which means she could be, according to our calculations, if she is, she's a week basically from having the piglets. So, and we've got, looking at the weather forecast this morning, thank goodness there's rain forecast, but it does make things a little bit challenging if I'm going to have piglets in between rain forecasts. So I moved her in with the others because when she gets bred again, I want her to be bred by Chris and not by Oreo. But I might have to move either Coco Pop to the old pen where I planted the squash seeds, or move the others there. Anyway, I've got a few days to decide and work out a plan, and just keep watching those, her teat development over there. I wonder who's been hanging around here. Look who's lying here while I come to turn the generator off. Rudolph. Look how beautiful it looks. The other females keep chasing Coco Pop away, especially Candy. Candy's, she seems to be the herd queen over here, which used to be Coco Pop's role. And so I've just fed Coco Pop separately over here so that she can still get something to eat, because man, Jerry's still out with this pregnancy. That tummy is getting rounder. Yeah, this is Cheesecake. We would not cooperate this morning. She would not leave the gate. And yeah, this is George Cooney. Hey George. Right, going to play Hansel and Gretel now with a trail of fruit. We got this electric fence up to stop them running that direction. We got nothing to stop them on this side, but hopefully they're just going to follow the fruit trail.
You keep them in the right direction, the other side. Yeah? Yeah? Yes, you're jobbing it, Candy. Oh, you're such a good girl. Yeah? You prove us well. Yeah? Do your job now. Yeah?
Right, so Cheesecake, Coco Pop are going to stay here. The others, we're going to try and
get in.
Okay, right. Oh my goodness, right. Okay, come on. Oh, Tandy, move out the way now. Right, Tandy, no. She's... Tandy, right, come on. Come on. Okay, right. Okay, Tandy. All done. So these 4 have been moved into the old pen. If Coco Pop turns out to not be pregnant, she'll be joining this group. Cheesecake is supposed to be with the others, but Tandy didn't help today. So the lesson that we've learnt is, because Tandy kept chasing them off into the wrong direction. So the lesson we've learnt is that Tandy needs to be on a leash when we move the pigs around. It's interesting where Coco Pop has been the dominant one since we got her. Cheesecake is still, even though it's now just Coco Pop and Cheesecake in this pen, Cheesecake is trying to hog all the food, and but I have spread some out so that Coco Pop can get. It is quite well spread out. But Cheesecake is now dominant, but maybe it's because she's a whole year older. But there's, where Coco Pop is eating, there's a lot of food spread out there. So yes, Cheesecake. Interesting that the one that has become dominant over here is actually Albert Icebine, who's the castrated boar, or the burrow, I think he's called. And he's the one that chases apple pie and cinnamon bun away from the food. So even though I've spread the food out quite a bit, he basically runs from one section to the other to stop them from getting the food. I think he's not going to be on the farm much longer. We're going to just stick to Kunekune's. His job was to have been a companion for Oreo. That didn't work out, and he's getting like too big, and yeah, he doesn't fit with the Kunekune herd, and he didn't do his job anyway.